Alright, I'm going to start up the stream if you want to display as your characters.
Okay.
Sure.
But the good thing is more places are unionizing now. It seems like unions are getting popular again.
I've been in the union, God, 15 years?
Know that like Starbucks and Amazon are trying to union bust pretty hard right now. But they're still starting unions regardless.
Yeah, I have noticed with some of the newer unions, they're not very strong or as worker friendly as some of the traditional unions. Like you see that in some of the food service unions. It's like I
Right.
really don't. There's really not a great benefit to the workers yet join the unions, but there is to the union by getting workers involved.
Well, you also
That's
have to
yeah,
be careful because a lot of the companies are highly incentivized to make shit up, and they can and do
yeah.
about like how terrible the unions are and how you should not join them.
Yeah, I think that's true. Um, but some of the unions that are starting, I can look at being an IBEW person, and they are terrible in comparison.
Yeah, and that's probably
Yeah.
true. Though I would say it's probably better to have a union than no union.
I think for the most part, unless you're in like that lower wage bracket, then that $20 or $25 a week might be a big deal to some of those folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For like a limited benefit, to
I guess I
be
just
guaranteed.
have
Yeah.
a distrust of companies, and I feel like if there's no union, then the workers don't really have a voice, and the companies kind of just do whatever they want. But I mean, yeah, it would depend on how much the fee is and how much you're getting out of it. All right, I think we're just gonna get started. Cause I don't know. Maybe I wonder if you got the time wrong. I hope not. Because I know he is on a different time zone. But yeah, let's get started, and he can join when he is around. He also there may have been a misunderstanding of the week he was joining. All right, so let's see. Arnis, you would be scribe this week. Are you okay with that?
Certainly.
All right. Lazarus, you were the previous scribe.
Correct.
All right. Why don't you give us a quick recap of last time on the Gucci Gang?
Sure. Well, I was made the leader of the party, and my first act was to officially name us the Gucci Gang. We were at the Sharp Rock little area as they were getting ready to leave. We decided to accompany them to the temple, since they probably needed some protecting. We did some trading with a ghost. Well, I mean, mostly gave them items for free, but they did give us a bag of holding with some potions inside. That was a reward for doing that. Um, then we spend the night there before leaving in the morning, or that's what we decide. But before we actually spend the night, the
Well,
gnolls tell us about some
they gave you a
spiders.
bag of holding with some potions inside of it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Uh, yeah, I mentioned that, right? I'm not going crazy?
No, I heard that.
I thought you said just a bag with some potions, but maybe you said bag of holding and I just heard it wrong. Sorry.
No, yeah, a bag of holding. It's there in my notes.
Okay.
So they tell us about some giant spiders blocking their path. So we decide to kill the spiders, kill them all, and we finally rest in the temple. And after that, we meet up with the army, and we tell them that Deska decimated all the Gnolls single-handedly. And then we head over to Candle for the first time in fucking forever. And he gets me my plate armor finally. Very exciting stuff. That's
All right. Well, thank you for that recap. Did he actually get the plate armor yet?
The last thing you told me is you get your plate armor, so I
Okay.
have it.
I just maybe forgot to put it in my notes. All right. Yeah. All right. So it is the 65th of winter at 9 a.m. We're sort of in a downtime period, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I just got a message from our new player. So do you all have ideas of what you want to do for the downtime? Or do you want me to
Yes.
just start passing time until the next event happens?
I have some ideas of what I want to do.
I do too.
All right.
I just sort of need Nathaniel's help to do it.
All right. So, what new projects do you want to start? I guess I'll start with Lazarus. What new projects do you want to start on?
So there's a couple things, really two things that I want to do. First of all, I have some items I want to sell. One of them is a magic item. It's a chainmail plus one that I've been wearing until now.
Okay.
And I kind of want to sell it. Looking at the downtime revisited, it says, what is it, like a week has to go by? And you have to
Yes.
spend some money to promote the fact that you're selling it. There's a 10% chance of failing or having someone try to ruin your reputation of the item you're selling for whatever reason.
Yeah, the
And
complications.
Yeah. So I want to sell that chainmail plus one, which I believe could go up to 130% of its value, or like 50% depending on what I roll, if I do find a buyer. And then I have a normal chainmail I want to sell and a normal longsword I want to try to sell, just to get rid of them. Maybe I can get some cash out of it, however much it is. And then I want to try to find someone that could help me craft a shield plus one, or
Okay.
make my shield into a shield plus one, which is an uncommon item, so it's only 200 gold, and then of course some material components that I was hoping
Well-
somebody would have and I could just purchase.
You do have to have a recipe for magical items you want to create as well.
Well, that's why I'm trying to find someone,
Okay.
because Lazarus has no idea.
Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna
So
spend a
those are
work
the-
week and 25 gold. Okay.
Those are the two things I want to do, really. 25 gold spent.
Alright, so you spend the 25 gold and you're gonna start asking around some of the newer people who came in with the caravan. Give me a charisma check. Or persuasion.
Check? Or persuasion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and use an inspiration for this. Good.
Alright. So, generally speaking, I don't do inspiration for downtime, just because it can be a really easy way to make something really powerful. But,
I mean, this is selling, it's not really making. But whatever you say.
let me see. Yeah, I'll give it to you for this one because I hadn't really said that before. I guess because we hadn't done downtime in this game. But yeah, like any type of crafting or selling or anything like over this long a time period, I don't generally do inspiration points. So 28.
Good to know.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll something secretly. Where's my dice?
Oh, no. I don't know if this matters, but that kind of aligns with what I'm trying to do. What Laz is doing, I'm trying to do the same thing. I was just going to get Nathaniel to help out a little bit.
Yeah, and Nathaniel would probably be willing to do that.
He does have higher persuasion than me for sure.
Yeah.
The lowest he can get is a 20.
Yeah, because what I was figuring, Laz, is you've got that chainmail, I've got the 2 short swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that kind of...
The good thing is that the chainmail +1 is rare, so I could, like, the minimum I could get is 2,000 gold pieces.
Do you remember where you got that chainmail?
In the armory, right?
I think it was a temple. We also got like a half plate or something like that, +1.
Okay.
It was definitely a while back.
Yeah, I'm more interested in a trade than I am a sale. I'm looking for braces of defense.
Oh, honestly, if I could just trade for a shield +1 or shield +2, I'd be okay with that as well.
So sometimes you can find trades. It's definitely easier to sell. Okay.
Well, just let's say that the week I'm just saying I would either trade for a shield +1 or +2 or sell it.
Okay. So to find a magical item to buy, you would have to use the week to do that instead of selling. Now, when you find a magical item to buy, you could try to convince the person to do a trade instead, but that would be a different action because you'd be talking to different people.
I'll just sell it then.
Okay.
Because a shield +1, I'm pretty sure I could purchase with the gold from this.
So this will complete in 5 days unless there's complications. What about Arnis? What are you doing?
Basically the same thing. I have the 2 +1 short swords that I am looking to trade for defensive items, and I'm asking Nathaniel. And I'm asking Nathaniel for that help.
Nathaniel is generally in the taverns at this point. He's been doing a lot of writing and getting to know some of the newcomers in town. Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Because Nathaniel is technically an NPC right now. But he does seem to like you.
But I've been very nice to him lately.
Yeah, well, that's why I gave you advantage. So he says, well, I have been a bit busy with my works and perfecting these stories, but I have made some new friends, so I will see what I can do for you. And he agrees to help. So I'm going to make a check for him. Oh, and Lazarus, just record what you rolled on the persuasion check.
Sure. So the 28, right?
Yeah. So Nathaniel is gonna make a check. Let's see, persuasion. I thought he was better at persuasion. Or wait, no, this is not the right sheet.
I think he can't roll anything lower than a 20.
Does he have a link to his Beyond sheet? Because the sheet does not have his correct stats.
He did a while ago. He posted it in that section about our characters, like you asked for.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, did he put it in party? Okay, good. If it's in
Oh,
party,
yeah,
I
it
can
is.
find it. All right, I'll
It's right
use
there.
that then. Generally, I say for people to put it in the sheet itself, but if you put it in party, I can use that. Let's see, Nathaniel. There he is. Does he have the thing where he can't roll below a? Because I think he's multi-class. Oh no, he is 9 bard. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does have.
Do you know what that ability's called?
Oh, no fucking clue. Let me check.
I mean, I could look through his stuff. Let me see if I can find it.
Such a bard ability. Hold on.
Reactions, other. I know the rogue has something like that. Magic inspiration.
So it's something like if he rolls below a 10, it automatically becomes a 10, and he has like a plus something to his charisma.
Here,
I
let
think
me
it's
check
like that.
features and traits.
Silver. It's called Silver Tongue.
When you
Yeah,
make
Silver Tongue.
you treat a 20, 9 or lower is 10. Yeah, okay. So he gets well, he rolls a 10 if he rolls below a 10. His persuasion is 13. Yeah, so the lowest he rolls a 23. Probably smart to ask him. All right. Let's see. Can I roll from here?
And it's 25 gold to do this, right?
Yes. All right. So Nathaniel goes to work for the week. Selling your swords. Now, this is technically him using his downtime activity for you, so you can still do something else.
Well, it's not selling, right? It's trading that you want to do.
It's trading.
What are you trying
I'm a
to
trade.
Or, well, what are
I'm
you
the tra-
trying to trade?
I'm trying to trade the 2 +1 short swords.
For what?
Up magical protection, either bracers or a ring.
All right, so then you are not selling. You
Or a
are
cloak.
buying. Buying a magical item. Let's see. That's something different. Because selling is just for gold. For a magical item, you have to find someone with what you need. So here, let me see about buying a magical item. Buying a magical item. Seek out and contact people. There's no guarantee you'll find what you want. You have to spend a work week and 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
What do you have to do? It's still a persuasion check, so
Yeah, still the same thing for him, yeah.
yeah. You get a +1 for every work week you spend on it, which this will be the first, so it's just normal. Check dictates which table you can buy from. Okay, so there's like a whole table.
The character seeks a...
All right.
Oh, wow. So with his persuasion, damn.
All right, so let me see what he finds. Now I need to pull up the DMG for magical item tables. This I'm getting flashbacks from like first edition D&D now.
What's your Thaco?
Yeah, exactly. Like consult table 5C, which tells me to consult table 3B. All right, here we go. Hopefully the compendium lets me do this easily.
Now, here's the thing, too. If he finds something that is really useful to someone else in the group, he would probably know I could be talked into trading for that item for that person, so.
All right, compendium is not gonna give me what I want. Let me try something else. Treasure tables. Because I do have the DMG on here.
Yes, you have it on beat. Beyond. So Beyond's got a table where you roll
Well,
a
there's
d20.
there are specific treasure tables in the DMG for like rolling up treasure for like encounters. I don't generally use them because I usually design my own treasure encounter
Yeah.
tables, but for this I should probably consult them.
Yeah. See, I think this is where D&D Beyond is kind of strong with the different clicks.
Oh, is there a easy treasure table in D&D Beyond?
Yeah, so basically you would roll with whatever the bonus is, and it has it 1 through 41, and then you click on that table, and then you roll again to see what the item is.
I mean, does it have the different treasure table types like A, B, C, D, E, and so on?
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yeah, correct. And then it has a. Then there's
Alright.
another table that you could use to generate, like if you're trying to sell a common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary.
Does it say
Uh,
does it say what page of the DMG that's on?
Let me look.
Because I can just look it up straight from the book in the compendium.
Well, let me just see if I click on it if it tells me what it is. Chapter 7.
Oh, wait, I think I found it. Chapter 7 treasure. Yep, here it is. Okay. Chapter 7 treasure. Types. I guess random treasure is probably the tables. Gems, art objects. Where's magical items? My apologies. Lots of art objects. I need magical items. Here we go. Magical items. It still is not a treasure table. Scrolling.
Look at
through.
that. And you just push the random button. I was just goofing and did that. So that's how that works.
Yeah, I found. Okay. So you're looking for something defensive?
Yes. That's not armor or a shield, obviously.
All right.
So cloak, boots, bracers, ring, tattoo.
So according to table E, from what he rolled, there are a couple of options. Now let me check something. Can he use tables lower than this one?
Good question.
Because this is yeah.
He's too persuasive to get what you want.
Well, I mean, there's these are like some higher end stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that could be lowered down. So I just wonder if that limits the options. It's kind of weird how they did that.
Yeah, you mean the 10d4 plus 20 hit point potion? Yeah.
Yeah.
The potion of giant strength.
Let me reread this.
The elven chainmail. Shield of the Sentinel.
Yo, the Shield of the Sentinel, I would love that.
It's pretty cool.
All right.
You have initiative advantage on initiative and wisdom rolls. Perception is the shield is embezzled with the symbol of an eye.
All right. Well, I have the information now, but okay. So that's going to take you a week. So you spent the 100 gold, and he is looking into that. So that's Nathaniel's, but you paid him, right?
I did.
Okay. So what about you yourself? Are you doing anything in particular?
So we had 13. Well, I will help Laz or I will help Resin, whatever they need help with, before we divvy up the rest of the gold. I know they have purchases they want to make.
All right. So you can help them, and that would give you a persuasion check, which you can use to do higher than theirs. But that would have to be declared before. So maybe you can help Resin. I don't know. Resin, what are you doing?
I was just looking to do religious services.
Okay. So just kind of helping the town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely would help with that.
All right. Let me see. Religious services. Oh yeah, so the temple would definitely let you in. It is currently a temple of Palor. I'm assuming you would use their temple. What god do you serve?
The Raven Queen.
Okay. So neutral god is yeah, they'd be fine with that. Palor is not necessarily an ally to the Raven Queen, but they're definitely not enemies.
Right.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you can earn favors. Alright, so you're working on that, and Arnis is helping you. Alright, so those will be completed in 5 days, so I'll start passing time. So as time is passing, Lazarus, I'll say 3 days have passed. So everyone spend 3 days worth of upkeep, depending on what lifestyle you want to be living.
I won't buy a week.
Just rations.
While living in the cities, you do have to spend money. You can't just eat rations, because you're also paying things like taxes and for like room at the inn and drink and everything.
I thought we had a house.
We have a house.
Then that would be reflected in the taxes on your house.
So what's it cost a day to live in the house? I have no idea.
Let me see.
Me either.
Come back to civilization. You have to do stuff. It's under expenses. Yeah. So there are a couple of different lifestyles you can live. You can't go aristocratic in this town. It's not big enough. But you can go up to wealthy. And living these lifestyles over a period of time does gain you certain advantages. If you live using them for at least 10 days. This is the breakdown. Wretched is nothing, and everything else has a value there.
So that's a week.
That's a day.
A gold a day. Holy shit.
Yeah, for a modest lifestyle.
Okay, we've been there 5 days.
3 days.
Yeah, so 3 days. And if you're doing anything above or below modest, let me know, because that might lead to something. Modest is just baseline, so it'd just be a normal living. Like
Oh my lord.
drinking, taxes, hanging out, going to parties, stuff like that is kind of what that includes, just so we don't have to keep buying everything, like
Well,
and stuff.
I'll do Nathaniel's too. I'll pay for his. That's how he's helping me.
Oh, that is nice of you. He appreciates that. So is everyone doing modest?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 3 days pass. and it is probably about 5 o'clock, getting towards evening in the house, when Nathaniel comes in and he says, Lazarus, I wanted to talk to you about something.
What is it?
Well, I was in the marketplace, and I was talking to some people about the acquisition of strange and rare items when I overheard something about a bit of chainmail being sold by you. Is that accurate?
Yep.
He says, well, there is someone claiming that chainmail is stolen.
Huh. Stolen.
He
Who is
says,
it?
apparently one of the merchants is saying that the chainmail belonged to his family and was stolen a long time ago. You can tell by a certain crest that is on the bottom of the chainmail that he says was put there by someone in his family who was smithing it. Apparently this happened a very long time ago. His claims seemed accurate. At least
Let me check the chainmail.
so you take a look at the chainmail, and there is indeed a bit of a logo etched in at the bottom that looks like a smith's mark. And he says, yes, that's the one, and he claims that someone in his family helped forge that a long time ago, but it was stolen.
Well, I definitely didn't steal it from them.
He shrugs. He says, well, I just thought I would let you know, as this might reflect poorly on you or the group.
I'll go talk to him.
He nods. Do you want to do that now?
Unless Nathaniel has something to say to Arna, sure.
Nathaniel says, all right, I will lead you to the individual. So he leads you down to the marketplace. There's a bunch of people here. Several new caravans have come in as the town or the community is becoming a lot more visited because of the mines that have been enriching it a little. So one of the stalls looks like it is a little bit bigger than the others, which is where Nathaniel leads you. You get there, and there are, looks like, 2 armored bodyguards who greet you, and a silver-haired individual behind the counter who says, he looks like he's about to greet you, then he stops and he says, oh, it's you. And he kind of narrows his eyes a bit.
I've heard you've been shit-talking me. Got a problem with me selling an armor that I found in a temple that has been abandoned for hundreds, or was it thousands of years?
It was, I think it was 1,000. Or no, I think it was like 700. It was at the beginning of the Cataclysm, not when it was built, but when it was inhabited and turned into a Temple of Pelor.
Wait, it was the Temple of Heronius.
Or sorry, Heronius, not Pelor. So he says, do you have the armor with you?
Let's see. Sure, I would have brought it over.
So he says, it was stolen from my family towards the beginning of the movement into the deep. He points at the armor where the sigil is, and he says, my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather helped forge that armor, and it was taken from us by thieves.
Good for you. But I wasn't the one that stole it. I've been alive for only 29 years.
He says, yes, but you're...
And this has been left in a temple that has been up for 700 years. And it was a gift from the followers of Heronius, or at least that's what they told us the last time we were there, to consider them gifts from them. Heronius is my god, this is my armor. If you have a problem with it, we can fight over it, or we can talk.
He crosses his arms and he says, I do have a problem with it. Go ahead, what were you
have a
say?
problem? Fantastic. And let's solve this problem. How do you want to do it? Want me to kill you? Want me to talk to a mayor and make sure you never come back to this town?
Give me an intimidation check.
I'll inspire it. Fuck it.
Okay.
I usually never spend my inspiration points. Oh my god.
So he arches an eyebrow at you and he says, "You're a bit threatening for a paladin of a supposed good god," which actually kind of surprises you that he knows who Heronius is. He
I will
says,
purge all non-believers. That is my duty as a follower of Heronius.
he says, "Well, we're in a civilized place. Are you really going to kill me right here in the middle of the marketplace because I disagree with you?"
You're not acting civilized. You're insulting my honor by claiming that I'm selling a stolen armor. It might have been stolen by a long time ago, but it seems you're implying it was stolen by me, and I do not appreciate that. I do not take kindly to people speaking ill about me or my group.
He says, "Well, what do you propose then? You say either I just deal with it and shut up, or you're going to kill me? Are those my options?"
Or you can buy it from me, but I will sell it at a higher price, just because you've been an asshole.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Sure.
He says, "Well, I'm not going to pay a higher price for something that belonged to my family." He says, "I think it might be a good idea to get the authorities involved in this, and we'll see what the community has to say."
Fantastic. And you used the right word there. Belonged to your family, past tense. Now it belongs to me. And I'll just leave.
He says, "By way of thievery," as you walk away. Alright, so you're going back to the house?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
I am gonna end up killing him, I think, if he keeps shit talking me.
Nathaniel says, we could have tried to sell it to him. Maybe he would be willing to pay a fair price for it."
He was bad-mouthing the Gucci gang. That is not allowed.
And Nathaniel shrugs. He says, "Well, whatever works." Alright, so you go back to the house. Time continues to pass. So on the 5th day, let's see, Resin,
I'll
you
spend
would...
2 more gold for a modest living.
Yeah, it would be 2 more for upkeep.
I'll pay Nathaniel's as well, because he's still working for me.
Okay. Oh, and yeah, let me make sure I'm actually passing time. Where's my calendar?
Oh, I'm supposed to be taking notes. Yeah, what day was it?
So I believe we started... Let me double check this. On the 65th of winter. So 5 days pass. It is the 70th of winter. 9 a.m. So a couple of things happen. I'll start with Resin. So Resin, your downtime activity passed without a hitch. And I believe you and Arnis make a religion check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you do that? You two can make a roll, and I'll use the higher one. Ooh. All right. So even though you did help out the church and do some religious services, unfortunately, it didn't leave much an effect on the people, and there's no lasting impression.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. Nathaniel. Alright, let me check Nathaniel's. Because Nathaniel
Would I know
did...
if...
Yep.
Sorry, would I know if the guy is still shit talking me? after these 2 days?
You haven't heard anything. Nathaniel has been doing his own thing. If you want, well, what were you working on? You were selling stuff, right? You were continuing to try to sell.
Yeah.
So no, there hasn't really been much, at least from what you've seen. He's not like saying anything to you, and no one has come forward to say anything. Okay, so Nathaniel finds someone who is selling a ring of protection, which I think falls into the category of what you were looking for, right?
It does, yeah.
So he is selling it for.
However, I want to trade if I can.
So he's selling it for 15,000 gold. And you said you wanted to trade. He would be willing to take 800 gold off for the 2 swords. So it would be.
Does that seem reasonable, Nathaniel?
He says, fairly so. Uncommon magical items are not nearly as valuable as rare ones.
And how powerful is this ring?
He says it is fairly powerful. It will protect you from spells and help you avoid being hit by normal weaponry as well. It's not foolproof, as any magic is not foolproof, but it will help. But
we don't have close to 18,000 gold.
Well, it would be about 14,000, but yes, it is still a bit much. Is there an uncommon thing he could have found? Let me see. I think it's a cloak of protection.
Yeah, that works too.
That might be a rare, but let me double check. Oh no. So he says, yes, I also found someone who is selling a cloak of protection, which does something similar, but the seller would be willing to trade your 2 swords for it if you wanted.
Well, let's go talk to him if you believe in him. And
he says the ring was real.
Yeah, but so Nathaniel, can you talk him down? I mean, we don't have 14,000.
No, but like I said, you can trade the 2 swords for the cloak. That would be a straight trade. If you're okay with a cloak of protection. It's not as rare as a ring of protection, but it does basically the same thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how this goes. Yeah, I think you would. As long as it's not one that goes over in the ground.
You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think Arnis would go for that. I mean, there's no way. Do you think, Nathaniel, you could talk him out of talk down the guy with 14,000? Do you think you could do that or no?
If I could, I don't think I could talk him down much. Those types of rings are extremely rare. Why is the ring so much more valuable than the cloak? That's weird.
I think it's a saving throw.
Well, they both do the saving throw.
They do? I thought cloak only gave you +1 to AC.
No, it gives +1 to AC and saving throws. Maybe it's just because like you could have a cloak and a ring of protection, so that would be like +2 if you got them both. So maybe the ring's like a step up or something. Anyway, so yeah, I suggest we make the trade. We are getting a little bit of a worse deal because we are trading 2 items for 1. But we need the ring more than we need those swords. And it's not necessarily likely we will find someone who has this next week. That said, I can try to talk him down to the one sword. It's just not guaranteed. And it might annoy him.
So I'm confused. You said ring. Did you mean to say cloak?
Yeah, the cloak.
Okay. Let's just do the cloak trade. I said no one else here uses short swords besides myself.
All right. So he nods and says, all right. And I'll see if I can get him down to one sword. So he goes and finalizes the trade. He still wants the 2 swords, but you get your cloak of protection.
Nice.
I
So I have to
you
attune to it?
Yeah, I assume you attune to it. Yeah, it is an attunement slot as well.
Okay.
Does the ring require an attunement slot? I think it does. I think it's exactly the same, except you can have both and get a +2, which is the benefit. So the cloak might be your first step if you're going for a purely AC buff and build. Yeah, you do have to be attuned. Okay. For Lazarus, you did find a buyer. He is.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
He is paying or willing to pay. Let's see. I should stop closing these. Here we go. He is willing to pay 6,000 gold pieces for your armor. However, or go ahead.
Done and done.
However, the town has requested that you have a meeting with one of the courts here because there's a dispute over the your ownership of said armor, which is kind of putting this on hold. So you have to go talk to someone in the town hall.
All right.
So that is gonna take another week. So it's just going to be another 5 days, and then we can resolve this. And you're going to have to... I mean, I won't make you roleplay the thing at the town hall. It's basically going to be a persuasion check as you kind of plead your case. Or I guess you could try to intimidate everyone at the court. That might not be the best option, though.
Okay.
Look, Judge, you better give him my fucking armor. I'll kill everyone here. Praise Herodias. Whoa.
That sounds so much like something I would say.
I'll kill everyone in this room. Alright. So that's going to put things on hold.
The room? The entire town.
I'll kill this entire town that's becoming a city. Take the gold mine, and this will be my town.
Over a piece of armor.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, it's not the piece of armor.
It's the principle.
It's the principle of it. Exactly.
No, they're insulting me and my group. Fuck that.
How dare they?
So, quick questions, Raven.
Yeah.
Regarding the normal longsword and the normal chainmail that I wanted to sell, did I find an item buyer for those? It's just
Yeah,
normal,
you
so I'm guessing
can.
it's not much
So
gold.
normal items you can sell for half book price, unless
Okay.
you want to have someone talk it up. You might get a little bit more. But the
No,
economy's
just
doing well, so it's at about half right now.
how much are they? Where can I find that?
So I mean, it should just be in the player's handbook. It lists all the prices of.
15. Oh, this is from D&D Beyond. It says 15 for a longsword. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, they're not that expensive.
So 7 and 5 silver pieces, and then chainmail, just normal.
Oh, and it sounds like we have our new person who's joined.
Yes, I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
75 gold pieces for the chainmail. So
All right. So the next week, as you are kind of going about your lives, 2 more days would pass. So it's just another 2 gold for upkeep. When you are contacted by the town guard, they say, Gucci gang, there's been a strange occurrence. An individual that seems to be shrouded by some kind of magic has approached the gates. We thought we should come and get you. Maybe you knew who this was, or I don't know. You all seem to have the best grasp of the strange magics of these caves, so I thought maybe you knew this person. It seems to be some kind of gnome, but he claims to have amnesia, not know who he is.
So a stranger comes up to the gates and you come to get us.
Well, this is not the normal stranger we would encounter. You'll see when if you are okay. If you're not okay coming with us, we could just handle it. But it seems like something that you might be interested in.
Oh, I would love to join you, but unfortunately, your town has put me and my integrity in question. So I feel too drained to go anywhere or do anything for you. I'm so sorry. And
He says,
sit back down.
"What about the rest of you?"
I'll go.
Nathaniel says,
Yeah.
I'm interested in what makes this individual unique, so I will join.
Resin will join
Lazarus
us.
is
Yeah.
essentially doing a...
Oh, I know what he's doing. Yeah, he's pouting a
Gnolls
little.
are attacking? That's so sad. I'm sorry, I'm too drained from all the bullshit.
It's a
No,
gnome.
Lazarus
not
is a
a
full-on fascist. He's like, rules shouldn't apply to me. This is bullshit. I saved this
What
town.
rules?
Exactly, yeah.
700 years, motherfucker. Rules don't apply. There's a statute of limitations.
All right. Okay, so the rest of the group is heading to the gate. When you get there, you would see that the gates are open, and there's a bunch of guards there who are kind of a little worried. They have their crossbows in hand, though not aimed at anyone. And outside, you'd see a small individual. What would you look like to them, Maximilian?
Not too small. He actually looks more like a human than anything, so he's about average height.
Why did I think they were small?
And the only thing that would really separate him from actually being a normal human is you see that his left arm is completely ghost-like and spectral, as well as his right eye.
Yes, he looks a little bit odd.
And has kind of like a greenish glow to it.
What would Arnis look like to him as you approach?
Oh, go ahead.
What does Arnis look like to him?
Yeah, because this is the first
Oh.
time he's seen you.
Yeah, so Arnis is a regular build. Probably average height, average weight. He is physically fit. You can tell that. He has a cloak on, and it's over his shoulders, but he's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing loose pants and boots, and he has 2 daggers. That's it. His head is completely shaved, and his eyes are brilliant green.
Does he not have those spears on his back?
No, Deska has the spears in the back now.
Oh, Desk has them. All right. What about Resin?
Resin looks like an elf, pale, white hair, piercings, maybe some scarring. Kind of has a weird, creepy vibe to him, but he's got leather armor, a cloak. He's probably a raven and emblem on his armor somewhere.
The Raven emblem.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you have religion or arcana training?
I have
Proficiency, I mean.
Arcana.
All right, so you, some might mistake him for a dark elf, though with your knowledge of the planes, you know that he is a Shatter Kai. Very
Shattered.
Yeah, very rare elf from the Shadowfell plane. You don't usually see them because they are not native to this world. Otherwise, he looks kind of like a drow.
Would I recognize his Raven emblem, or would I know of the connection the Shader Kai have to the Raven Queen deity?
Do you have history?
I do.
Give me a history check. And you said you don't have religion, right?
No, I don't have religion.
Also, Arnis, what did you do to my chat log?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Arnis is looks like
Oh,
he's
jeez.
speaking
I have no
gibberish.
idea.
It's like you're speaking like celestial or something.
That was me deleting this short swords off my character sheet. It was nuts.
What the fuck?
All right. Well, in any case, yes, so you know that the Shatter Kai do have a very strong connection with the Raven Queen. You don't know much about the Raven Queen, but the symbol would have you think that could be a Raven Queen holy symbol.
Would I know enough to make myself uneasy about it?
You probably don't know enough about the Raven Queen to be too uneasy. You
Okay.
might feel like you want to learn more about her depending on your personality, but yeah, just you probably, especially with the amnesia thing, you probably don't have much of a recollection of the priests of or priestesses or priests of the Raven Queen and what their stance is on your kind.
Okay.
So anyway, these two, well, there's 3. There's a third Nathaniel with them. He's another player, but he's kind of away for now. So I'll just give you a picture of him because I don't know how he'd want to be described. That's him. He's got a book on his side. He looks kind of like nobility. But the 3 of them run up, and the guards say, the Gucci gang has come. Friends, do you know this individual?
Never met him before.
Deska says she's also there.
Huh?
Deska wants
Deska's
to be
messaging
there.
in the main chat. Yeah,
What?
She,
No,
she went.
How dare you,
arrested.
Deska? All right, sure, Deska's there too. This is
So,
what.
so Deska looks like a My Chemical Romance groupie.
Got it in
As
my
evil
head.
as they
Perfect.
get.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the Black Parade, or whatever it is.
Did
Anyway.
you show them my character's picture? Because it'd probably be better than me trying to explain it. I had him custom made exactly to be. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, let me share that.
Yeah, this Deska sees how we won't grow our garden.
So this is what he looks like. You could kind of see him because he was displaying in the pictures down there, but yeah, this is the official
Yeah.
way he looks.
So,
So
as
the,
a player, can I ask you what class are you? Because it looks like Artificer, but I'm not sure.
you can't directly ask him. Get out of here. Get out of here, guy who didn't even come. What are you mentally?
Who didn't even
I
come?
know what everybody is.
No.
I guess you'll have to
Get
be
outta
my
here.
best friend and find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be
that's not gonna
nice. Follow the rules, fascist.
There's only one person that I love.
All right, so yeah, the guards say he claims to not remember anything, but we thought maybe with your group's magical expertise, you could tell us something about him. And actually, do any of you have Arcana? I want to say you don't.
Any of us who were there? No.
I'll roll for Nathaniel. Nathaniel. Oh, nope. Nathaniel scrapes his chin. He says, "What a strange-looking individual, sir. Why are you missing your arm and eyeball?"
He would look at everybody, and as soon as he see him, he would smile as friendly as he could, but still, he has this creepiness about him because of his ghost parts. But he would wave, and he'd be like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I got my parts right here. At least last I checked, they were still here." And he would like kind of pat himself down.
He walks up, or Nathaniel would walk up to you and try to touch your arm.
He would be able to because it is solid, even though it is spectral and ghost-like. It is still usable.
He says, "Fascinating."
It would just be cold to the touch.
He says, "It feels just like a real arm, but it looks a lot like those wraiths that we fought, which could just fly through anything. How were you able to accomplish this?" And he goes to poke your eye.
He would flinch back and be like, "Not the eye." I honestly, this is just how I am, I guess. As far as I can remember. And he would kind of space out a little bit.
He says, "You were just always like this?"
Yeah,
Huh.
I think so.
He says, "Well, I don't know him, but I would be very curious to learn more about who he is. What is the last thing you remember, if you don't mind me asking?"
He will space again for a moment and then say, "I remember waking up on a table, checking my artificial manufactured body and seeing everything was there except for my hand and eye, I guess. And I got up and made my way out, I guess. Pretty much. And then I'm here."
And the place you woke up is nearby, I assume, if you were able to just walk through the caves to get here.
How long would he actually be walking for? How far would it be?
So he actually didn't walk very far. In fact, you're not even sure how you knew where this place was, but you kind of knew that this town was here.
Okay. So yeah, I'll relay that.
He says, "Oh."
Not too far.
He turns back to the others and says, "We should look into this. If he woke up in some sort of facility near here, there might be magics to be discovered."
Well, there really isn't much left, I guess, and he'll kind of point to his thick leather belt that he has around his waist, covered in tools, and hanging on his right hip would be, I don't know how common guns are in this world, but it would be a revolver-esque like firearm-looking device.
So they're pretty much unheard of. So they wouldn't even.
Okay.
Actually, Nathaniel
Well,
might know something about it.
It's not actually a gun. It's just my arcane firearm. So it's basically just a magic wand with a revolver piece attached to the bottom of it to make it look like a gun.
Yeah, and that's fine. Guns have existed in different cycles, or at least firearms have. So Nathaniel looks at your weapon and kind of scratches his chin. He says, "Oh, fascinating."
pretty much used what was left behind in the facility to make this to protect myself, but I didn't stay there too awful long, so maybe there's something else. I don't know.
Yeah, there was another hallway that you didn't go down. The place was a fairly large area, but you decided to just leave because, you were there alone and you didn't know what was going on.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, Nathaniel will look to the other two and say, I think we should go look into this. There could be things to learn. And Arnis and Resin, are you going to say anything?
Yeah, I would agree. We should probably
Yeah.
get Laz on board. I mean,
He'll wave at everybody else and be like, my name is, and he'll space out, Maximilian, I think. Maximilian.
Oh, yes. How rude of me. My name is Nathaniel, and these are my. I suppose we're friends now, right?
He'll pat Nathaniel on the back and be like, nice to meet you, Nick Neck Paddywhack.
Give me a persuasion check on that one.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. Persuasion. Oh, boy. Oh, that is perception. But it's the same either way. It's a 0.
All right, sure. So Nathaniel gives you a bit of a look for a moment, and he says, I don't know if I like that nickname, but we'll work on it. I am Nathaniel. This is Arnis and Resin. They don't usually talk much. They can be a little bit boring. And we have another friend. Well, we have another. Oh, and this is Deska over here. We are the Gucci Gang. It's a stupid name, but our leader, gave it to us. But anyway, why don't we get you someplace that is not standing in the middle of this large cavern with everyone staring at you?
All right. Sure.
hey, Nathaniel, this is the first time we met someone new and they didn't punch you.
He says, "What do you mean? No one punched? Who punches me? What are you talking about?"
I'm not much of a puncher. Am I supposed to?
No, he doesn't like them much.
He says, "Oh, that ruffian, that doesn't count. He was mentally unstable. He probably would have punched his own mother if she came in the room." Weirdo.
I would like to, while everyone's standing around talking, I would like to take a few moments to ritually cast Detect Magic if I can.
All right. So as you begin casting a spell, all the guards kind of turn in alert, aiming their crossbows, and there's a moment of uncertainty as someone says, "What are you doing?"
I just stop. Stop. Put my hands up.
He's summoning magic. That looked like some sort of ritual. Yes.
In a way, yeah. I was focusing on my eye to see if I can see things that I can't see. If that makes sense.
Nathaniel would say, I assume it's nothing hostile. You should all calm down, and the guards are still kind of uncertain, and they look at each other, kind of slowly lowering their crossbows.
I assure you, everything I do is purely information based.
I think you and I will be friends then. You may continue your ritual.
Okay. He will close his ghostly eye and focus on it for a little bit, and when the ritual is up, he will open it back up, and it'll kind of start to glow and pulse, and I cast Detect Magic.
All right. So several minutes, 10 minutes pass. One of the guards says, "Are we supposed to be listening to this artist guy or this Nathaniel guy?" And the guy shrugs. He says, "I don't know. I don't know any of this magic shit."
I don't get paid enough to question.
Yeah. So you do your 10-minute ritual, and you would actually see some magical auras coming from the group. Not from any of the guards, but the Gucci Gang apparently has several magical items in their possession, as you see auras glowing on them.
Awesome. He will take a little bit of time to kind of take into account what he sees, and seems a little creepy focused on him, but
just staring at people.
Yeah.
So as you're doing that, Nathaniel says, "Well, shall we go back to the headquarters, or do you need some more time here, Max?"
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll just If I'm not bugging you too much, I can kind of tag along.
The guards
You guys
say,
need help with something? I'm kind of handy. He kind of shows his ghost hand.
so one of the guards says, "Wait, are you sure he's safe to come into town?" And things like, "Oh yes, he seems like a very splendid chap. I think it's fine. You all just go about your business."
Nathaniel's gonna get everybody killed.
I mean,
These days.
what else is new?
How do you know he hasn't already?
Yeah.
Right.
So the guards seem uncertain, but they say, "Well, they are the Gucci gang. They did save the town several times. All right, yes. We'll make note of him passing through. You said your name was Max."
Maximilian, whatever you care to call me, I suppose.
He makes some scribbles in his logbook. He says, "All right, and how long will you be staying in town? I'm guessing you don't know where you're from."
I'm from a lab.
Okay, well, that
So,
doesn't really help much. Well, how long do you think you'll be here, or are you going to be moving on soon?
I guess hopefully until you kick me out. Really don't have a plan.
All right, and
Just kind of.
he says, "All right, so indeterminate. Okay, yep. All right, take care, and no fighting or drawing weapons while in town or casting spells, please."
Right, okay.
So moving through the cave, your group heads back to a house within, fairly deep within the cave. You're definitely getting a lot of stares from the civilian population as people. You notice that there are a lot of humans in this town. There are also a couple of gnolls, which is a bit strange to you. All of them.
That would be strange.
Yeah, all of them giving you kind of strange looks as you pass by, though you probably understand why.
I'll just keep on my kindest smile and just try to not kind of keep to myself.
Okay. So the group returns. Lazarus is still sitting on the couch or on a chair or something. What would you look like to Max, Lazarus?
So Lazarus, 6'2", half elf with a plate armor. He has a shield on his back and a very beautiful magical sword on his hip, and he has long white hair, and he has a very angry demeanor because of everything that's happening and being accused of being a thief.
Seems like he's in a bad mood.
So, Les, what happened in the whole court thingy?
I have no clue yet.
He hasn't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they still have to resolve that, but yeah, it's going to be a while.
Well, no matter what happens, I got your back.
Even if we
Oh,
have to kill everybody.
Max takes a step back.
Even
Oh,
resin.
I see we brought in another stray.
Yeah,
Welcome
he's
to the Gucci gang, I suppose.
Dre is definitely a first, but nicer than what I've heard before. So, hello.
Nathaniel says, "Wait, is he already in? I thought he was just our ally right now."
In
Oh.
what? What am I? Oh, I'm not getting into
Nathaniel,
anything.
when have we ever gotten an ally that didn't join us?
Many
me one
times. He says
So
the
you know what
guy.
they say about assuming.
He starts listing off the guy who punched me, the guy who came in for a few days and disappeared randomly, the guy who vanished. As he goes down the list, he says, "Do you need more?"
But they all officially joined us. It doesn't matter that they didn't stay.
Nathaniel rolls his eyes at you. This is Lazarus, by the way.
He'll look at Lazarus and wave. Detect magic lasts for 10 minutes, I believe. Would it still be on by the time we get to the house?
Sure. It's not that long a walk, so I'll say you would see Lazarus also has some magic coming from him.
Anything specific about the plate armor or the shield?
No, just a sword and a necklace around his neck.
He'll take mental note.
I think that's the only thing I have that's magical. Let me check. Yes.
I will go up to him though, and I will like gently touch the plate armor and be like, "This is new, isn't it? I can tell."
Give me a second. Okay. Good. Lazarus will just look at you and say, "Please step back. Thank you."
He will step back. It's nice craftsmanship. I was just trying to admire it.
Yeah, don't ever get that close to me again.
He takes another step back.
Nathaniel would sigh again and say, yeah, it's probably best to just not talk to him.
I swear I'm
Yeah.
nice, Lazzy. Don't worry about me.
Please, Nathaniel, please never talk to me again. I beg of you.
He says, so, as I was telling everyone else at the gate, Lazarus, this individual seems to come from some sort of facility, a cave nearby. There might be magics there. I was thinking maybe we should look into it.
I have to deal with this stupid court thing.
He says, well,
Perhaps I can help?
I don't know what you can do. Nathaniel, do you want to talk to them to death?
he says, not particularly. Are you asking me to help you with this? Wait, I mean, how would you help him, Max?
Well, I guess it would really depend what the issue is with the court. What did you do?
I did nothing. I was given, technically given, a magical chainmail armor that had been trapped in a temple for 700 years, and now some random ass merchant is accusing me of thievery. That it belonged to his great grandfather.
Well, did it?
Maybe, but it was 700 years ago.
Nathaniel says it
Right.
probably did. He did identify the smithing mark on it, so it very well could have been stolen from his family. Although
Oh, he's
I,
well read like you are.
700 years ago.
he says I am inclined to agree with Lazarus that if anything, Lazarus should be paid for retrieving it. Though Lazarus was not very charismatic when speaking to the merchant, so it did not go well.
So I see. So why was it not in his possession before if it was his?
Well, he claims that it was stolen from his family by, I think he said barbarians or some thieves, or I don't remember.
And lost in a
Jessica's
temple?
people. We just found it in the temple's armory.
Hmm. That sounds suspicious to me.
If I had to guess, this man was probably, his family was probably robbed of this armor, but the perpetrator was probably killed by some holy person and the armor was taken into the temple. That would be my assumption. I mean, or maybe it was bought and sold a bunch of times and purchased by the temple. I don't know, but in any case, I don't think this man actually has a claim to it anymore.
Well,
I
I
agree.
may have only been alive for about an hour, but you know, my life has taught me that kindness is everything. So we could try it that way, or I would imagine there's some kind of signature or mark on the armor that may tie him to it.
Yes, he did recognize the smithing. I don't even know what they're called, but a mark that a smith will make on the armor.
Oh, so they've already seen it.
Yes, they saw it, and so I think that's why they started the dispute, because Lazarus was trying to sell it.
I may not be as helpful as I thought.
I mean, I can
deal with it
try.
more.
Yeah, I can try to go with you, but I mean, it's the meeting isn't for another few days. Yes.
Correct.
So why don't we? Oh, I don't know how long it'll take to explore this lab. So do you want to just wait until we get this done, then do it?
I would prefer that, yes.
All right. So
I would like to sell this stupid armor, get rid of it already. Definitely not gonna give it to this motherfucker for free.
What if we,
Go ahead.
What
Nathaniel,
kind? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nathaniel, can't you maybe sell the armor for Laz?
Well, probably not now because there's a dispute on the ownership. That would have to be resolved. I mean, it sounds like he has a buyer. They just have to prove that the armor belongs to Laz.
Yeah, but with your help, I'm pretty sure we got this under control. We can convince the people of the
Yeah.
court. Not like it had to.
Why don't we just go to the mayor? Why don't we just go to the mayor and say this is bullshit? Well,
could-
that's my point. Just get them to drop the charges, and we can move on.
I may have another idea if you're interested.
Listen, I appreciate you throwing out ideas, but I don't know you.
Okay, that's fair.
Lazarus says, don't listen to him. What's your idea?
I don't know how long it would take, but I could probably just transfer the enchantment off of it, and you can just give him the plain armor.
I already sold my plain armor.
Plain.
I think he
Yeah.
means like a different set of chainmail.
Depending on what the enchantment is, I could probably put it on almost anything.
That's not an enchantment.
on.
It's just a sigil.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do you have an
marking?
ability that lets you transfer an enchantment like that?
I guess that would pretty much be up to you. But as an artificer, I am able to craft and enchant magical items.
Yeah, I mean, you can make permanent ones, and you can make temporary magical items. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because usually you can't transfer enchantments on magical items.
Okay.
But, yeah, you could... I'm thinking... can you make armor temporarily magical? Is that one of the things artificers do?
Artificers do have infusions, which are temporary magic buffs.
Yeah.
But they are also considered. They could also craft permanent ones too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this level or the next, but they do get an ability that they can actually craft any common or uncommon magic item at half the time and 1/4 the price, or something like that.
I think that's level 10. It might be lower, but this magic armor, I believe, is rare. That's one of the reasons why it's selling for so
Yes.
much.
Oh, okay.
6,000.
So yeah, just clear that up. You might not actually be able to do that.
Okay.
But
no, I would say just Nathaniel, just come with me if you don't mind, and then we can go explore. I'll give you 2,000 of the earnings. Like, what is that? 30% of the earnings.
oh, all right, sure. I was going to do it for free, but okay.
Is Deska the treasurer?
No, I am.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, never mind.
resin.
Okay, resident. I need 2 bars of gold.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, Nathaniel, if you're gonna do it for free, I'll take that.
No, I'll take the 2,000 gold. I could definitely
No,
use
no,
more money
I'll do it
for
free.
my spellcraft. All right, how about 1,000?
How about I keep all the money, and when you need to spend some money, you can let me know, and I'll let you borrow some.
That's a weird offer.
You're gonna be a sugar daddy.
couldn't I just do that normally? Isn't that called borrowing money from a friend?
Yeah,
Well,
but I'll
hold
give
on.
it to you at a very low interest.
Ugh.
I thought you were going to say you don't have
The
any
only reason why I'm
friends.
saying this is because Nathaniel's not currently with us. If it was the player, I wouldn't mind it.
Give me a persuasion check. Oh wow, good roll. He says, "How about I just do it for 500 gold?
Sure.
Since you offered me 2,000 before, and now I'm just realizing I could use the extra money."
Well, if it were like Nathaniel, the player here, then I wouldn't mind it. But since he's not actually here, I'd rather keep the gold myself.
All right. So we will have another week of downtime if we're waiting the week. I guess I already passed 2 of the days, but you all would have
Yeah.
had a chance to do another project if you wanted. Lazarus, yeah.
While I'm dealing with the court, can I do something else?
Yeah, sure, because that's only going to be something you have to attend once.
Okay, I want to see if I can find a
Or-
shield plus.
Actually, hang on a second. Let me check something. I'm going to say that probably you have to do a bunch of paperwork and talk to some people, so you probably would lose a week doing the bureaucracy stuff.
Could I get Nathaniel then to help me?
Oh yeah,
Try to find the
Nathaniel is Oh, you want him to do the So do you want him to help you with this or find the shield?
Well, this is just attending because I need him only to come talk in the court date, right?
It would probably be helping you with all the stuff if you're trying to get him to roll with you.
You hired Nathaniel as an attorney. I'm just saying that out loud so you can let it stand.
Yeah, that's kind of what you did, actually. You're like, Nathaniel, you're my lawyer.
And who better? He will not shut up until they let him. They just tell him, "Okay, you're right. Get out. Get the
It's like,
fuck out."
Nathaniel, you can't filibuster a courtroom. He's like, what? Why not? Seems like a decent strategy.
No, he probably even aim for it. He just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then ask somebody else to try to find me a shield if they can.
All right.
If they don't mind helping me out.
So Nathaniel,
Jessica, since she's not technically here.
I'm gonna
Just
say
in-
she's doing her own thing in the background.
Just in case the other two want to do other things.
Because Deska did mention that she wanted to do some downtime stuff, so she's
Yeah,
probably
regardless.
doing her own thing.
Well, I thought she was going around following My Chemical Romance around and Death Cab for Cutie.
Sure, yeah.
She was selling T-shirts in the parking lot. Yeah.
I said she was doing her own thing. Maybe she's doing that. But do Arnis or Resin want to look for a magical item for you? Or
No, but I do have something else I need to do.
Okay.
I'll go look for it for him.
Right. And just to let you know, that is a persuasion check, I believe, in case that matters.
Doesn't matter. It's just for the tables, right?
Yeah, but you have to roll a certain, like, I believe a magical shield is a rare item, so you'd have to roll a certain number.
No, I mean a shield +1 is uncommon. Shield +2 is rare.
Is it? Let me double check
Yep.
that.
I'm okay with either. Preferably a shield +2, of course, but either is fine.
Is shield +1 only uncommon?
Surprisingly, because that's
Yeah, it feels
one more
like
you can do.
that's weird. I don't believe you. No, I believe you, but let me just double check.
I have literally no reason to lie.
No, I don't think you're lying. I just am also for my own edification. Oh yeah, look at that uncommon. Weird. Why are it's just weird. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense because armors are. I mean, you can wear an armor, but this is more of a hand investment. All right. Yeah. So that is definitely going to be easier to find a shield +1.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm okay with Resin helping out for sure.
All right. So Resin is looking to purchase that. Yes.
And it's 100 gold, right?
100 gold to look into it. Then there's a price once you find it.
Well, of course, 100 to look for it.
Yeah, so you'd spend the 100 now.
Done.
Okay.
Yep.
So Resin is doing that. Lazarus and your bard are doing court things. Arnis, what did you say you were doing?
So I got 2 bars of gold from Resin, which would be my cut.
Yeah.
And I am going to head on over to the encampment, and I'm going to look for either Cav or the Knoll leader there. They should be there by now.
Oh, is this not a downtime project thing? Is this something else?
Well, I'm doing this during the downtime.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you would find them. They're around the city, but if you spend a few hours, you can bump into them.
Yeah, so I go find them. I give them the 2 bars of gold, and I tell them that's for purchasing supplies, building tents, taking care of the sick, bringing in the orphans, and caring for others who might still be out there who need a home.
So they are very surprised and thankful. They say, Cav says, well, I already had some money from the journeys, but this will help us a lot. I appreciate this, Arnis. And he puts his massive hand on your shoulder and says, you are an ally to us, always.
It's no one should go hungry. No one should not have a home. Now I'm off.
So you would earn a favor from both of those groups that you can cash in to accomplish something if you want to work with them. So you can put that in your notes.
Okay. Now I'm off to find a person who sells hose.
Sells hose?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can buy hose at book price.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy, I'll take the money off. I'm going to buy, 2 hose, 2 rakes, a pitchfork, a couple of shovels, a bucket,
Yeah.
seeds, rope. Shit, so fucking Deska stops bitching about not having a garden.
All right, so you get some gardening tools.
Yeah.
Those are easy enough to do. Did you want to do any additional downtime activity during the week? Because all that stuff you could do on the side. None of that took.
If anybody needs help for anything, I would be more than happy to help them.
Okay.
But otherwise, I will be focusing on self-improvement and meditation.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. What about Max? You're kind of new here, but is there anything you want to work on for the week? Because I know that artificers do have a lot of crafting stuff they can do.
I guess at the time, he would. I would imagine he'd probably start to realize this town is trying to grow and become a town, right? Or it's fairly new.
So give me a history check, because you might know something about this town, which is odd because of the amnesia, but you probably remember things that you can't fully explain why you know them. It looks like you're whispering to me. Let me change that.
Mm.
Just so everyone can see your rolls. Alright, so 25. Or sorry, or wait, is it 25? Yeah, 25. So you know that the town is probably about 200 years old. It split from the main empire a long time ago, traveled deep into the caves. Everything is underground right now because it's during the cataclysm. But this town has been kind of slowly growing. It's kind of like it was originally a community of about 300 individuals when it first established itself. It looks like it's experiencing some kind of boom, though, because there's a lot of caravan people in town, and the market's been bustling.
Okay. I guess he would just kind of go through and try to stay out of as much trouble as he can and offer his services to anybody who might need it. Whether it be crafting, building, tinkering, or whatever.
All right, so just kind of spend the week getting to know the town and helping out wherever he can.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a persuade. Actually, that could be a few things, depending on what you want to focus on. Probably you could probably use some kind of crafting check. You could use persuasion. You could use investigation. Whatever you think would be appropriate.
Go with investigation. See if I can let my intelligence and crafting speak for itself.
Okay. Okay. So you start getting to know people, giving of your services to help build, just generally be a helpful individual. One of the projects that you are working on is going to require about 10 gold pieces to be built if you want to help the person out. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You could just try to help someone else out.
I will absolutely give 10 gold for that.
Okay. Sorry.
And I don't know if this is going to help anything, but I do have proficiency with woodcrafting and smithing. So if there's anything that kind of falls under that category too.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I assumed you were doing, was like helping people build things, maybe crafting some tools to help some of the people out, giving of yourself.
Okay.
So, yeah, you do a lot of helpful things over the week, and you would earn 3 favors in the town, which will help you with like diplomatic type checks.
Okay.
What would the word be? Not diplomatic. Having to
Like-
do with talking to people.
Right.
I know there's a word for this. I'm just blanking on it. You know what I mean, though.
Yes,
Like
I do.
any type
I'm
of
blanking on it too.
persuasion or deceptions, or you have some people you know now within the town, so
Okay.
you can just put that as an extra resource for you within
Okay.
Candle. All right, so that would be the week passing. Resin, you said you were looking for the shield, yes?
Correct.
All right, so first let me pass the time. Another 3 days pass. Well, 5 days total, so it's the 75th of winter. So it's 1 gold piece per day for the upkeep if you're doing, standard upkeep. And I need a
Upkeep is this upkeep for ourselves?
Yeah, just for like paying taxes, paying for food, general living.
Would that adjust mine any, being how he doesn't eat?
So it doesn't all have to be for eating. It's just kind of like supposed to be
Just in general.
just so we're not like, oh, you had some wine, minus this in silver pieces, or you
I
know,
gotcha.
Yeah. You can live a higher lifestyle if you want. I just assume you would start at 1, right? Because you don't have that much
Yeah.
money right now.
Yeah.
So let me see. So you are buying or trying to buy a shield, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you spent the 100 gold. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Oh,
you
no.
didn't tell me at a -1.
I was your only option.
It's fine.
Alright.
It's fine.
So unfortunately, with the 100 gold spent, you talk to people, but you are unable to find someone selling what you want. Yeah, you need higher than that for the shield.
Okay.
All right. So the week passes. For your court thing, give me a persuasion. I don't know if there's any other skill check you think you'd make for bureaucratic
Well,
things.
Nathaniel's there with me, right?
Yeah, he's gonna make one too. But is there a different skill you'd want to use?
Oof. No.
All right.
I'm
So
going as well.
Lazarus is like yelling at the court, telling them this is bullshit, and Nathaniel's like, my client is a bit insane
I
right
think-
now.
I think Lazarus wouldn't be yelling. He would be.
Maybe a
Admonishing.
little bit more forceful than he should be.
I have a
forceful,
question.
But also kind of quiet and not very articulate. He's not speaking much. He's just saying "fuck you, fuck everybody."
This is bullshit.
I have a
Okay.
question real quick.
Yeah.
Would this situation be happening before or after I obtain my favors?
This is kind of throughout the week. So he's
Okay.
basically like filling out some papers. They're going around talking to people. Did you want to try to call in a favor to help him?
I would like to use as many as I can, all of them if possible.
Sure. So I'll say, with your favors from around the town, you have some people kind of go speak on Lazarus's behalf.
Like the whole time I'm helping all these
Give me
people, I'm
advantage.
I'm talking up on Lazarus the whole time I'm helping all these people. He's the greatest guy ever. He's so cool and strong.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So give me a re-roll, Lazarus.
He smells like maple syrup.
Here comes another one.
A little bit better. He's still yelling at people, but they're like, well, he's done some nice things, and everyone says he's a good guy.
Motherfucker, nice things. Nice things.
So
I've
Nathaniel
been around for a year.
Nathaniel does much better with the 28. He is kind of, as whenever Lazarus tries to talk, he's like, what my client means, and then he kind of translates it into nicer speech. Over the time, luckily with his help, you are able to get the ban lifted, and the town agrees to let you do the sale. Because even though this once belonged to the family, they kind of say, well, I mean, they lost it, and you don't owe this guy anything. I mean, it would have still been in the temple if you hadn't gotten it. So at this point, it's past the stature of him having any rights on it, basically.
Okay, so I got my 5,500, and Nathaniel gets his 500.
Yeah, Nathaniel gets his 500. Yeah.
Did that use all three of the favors, I'm guessing?
I'll say you use 2 of them,
Okay.
so you still have 1 favor.
I'm gonna give Maximilian 500 for helping out.
All right, so you
He
give him
will-
500.
He would be absolutely surprised and happy to receive it.
Thank you for your help, friend. Welcome to the Gucci gang.
He smiles happily at the word friend.
Nathaniel says, "Wait, I was filling out papers and talking for you all week, and you're giving him the same amount as you're giving me? This is bullshit."
I don't want to show.
No, that's fine. Whatever. He just walks away.
It's okay. Nathaniel reacts like that sometimes.
I see.
I love playing Nathaniel.
Maybe his britches are too tight.
Oh, they definitely are. All right, so that's 2 weeks of downtime. You can do more downtime stuff. You could try to look into this strange laboratory, which Nathaniel really wants to do. Or you can do something else. What does the group think?
So would I need to be in town to search for a shield, or could I like?
So you need to
Draw-
spend 5 days worth of downtime, which is 8 hours of work a day. As long as you have 8 hours before you go to sleep, you can put a day towards downtime, assuming you're in town. So
I would
like,
need to be in town for that. I can't just like.
so for example, like you wake up at 7 a.m., you could go somewhere till like 4, and then spend 8 hours till like midnight on the downtime stuff. Because of what you're doing, you have to do a lot of talk in the marketplace, so you'd probably have to do your downtime between like 12 and 8. So as long as you were in town between like 12 and 8 every day, or like in the
Could I-
morning.
Could I get an NPC that is in town to help me while I'm away? Like I was thinking either the mayor or Weston.
I mean, if you did, they would. You would still have to spend the 8 hours a day. So I guess in your situation, you could do something like go in the morning, till like you go at 8 a.m., stay 8 hours till 4, and then after 4, like you guys head out into the, to this place, and that would be like the first day, because you don't have to do it back to back. You could like spend a day on it, go away for 3 days, and spend like another 4 days on it.
If I can
okay.
see Lazarus stretching about a shield, Max would go up to him and be like, If you give me 24 hours, I might be able to do something about that shield of yours.
How much would it cost me?
He'll look at you and be like, "How about nothing?" Being how it would be kind of
That
only as long as I'm alive.
so this is an infusion, I'm guessing.
Yes, it would be an infusion.
And
Wait.
what would the infusion be?
He would look it over and be like, "Well, let me see. Select an infusion." He goes, I can make it more protective, like a +1. And I might also be able to put my own little spin on it and make it push people away.
So +1 and push people away. Sure,
Yeah. All right.
I'd be down for that.
Which infusion is this?
This would be the repulsion shield.
All right. Can you link that?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think I actually used that one on my artificer once. That's a pretty good one. All right. So, what are you saying, Lazarus?
That would be fantastic, but I insist on paying you for your labor.
You can pay me and keeping me alive. How about that?
I mean, that's a given, but how about another 500 gold?
If you insist.
You hear Nathaniel yell, "Oh, I guess everyone gets 500 gold now, but only some of us have to help you
No.
for a week."
You're wrong, Nathaniel.
Shut up!
You got 500.
I hate you.
1,000. You got 1,000. You only got 500. That's the reality of things.
He doesn't say anything. Nathaniel pouts as a bonus action.
It will require attunement, though, so hopefully that doesn't mess with you in any way.
No, I have enough space for one more attuned item.
Alrighty. Then I
So
can
we
do it
have
in the
sword
morning.
and what we developed. Okay, so I don't have the chainmail anymore, correct?
Yeah, you sold it.
Awesome.
You sold it for, I believe it was 5,000
6,000.
or 6, and then you gave 500 to each of them. Now you gave another 500 to.
Yeah, but I still got a
Maximilian.
shit ton of gold.
Are you? Where are you keeping all that gold, and are you encumbered? Because remember, every 50
am-
coins is a pound.
Oof.
Yeah, I am currently encumbered, and I was actually gonna ask the group what we were doing with the bag of holding as of right now.
Filling it with gold.
Yeah, and you can leave
Because that-
things at the house as well. Remember, that is an option.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What do you mean? We're gonna have a garden out back and everything now.
Wait,
a cute
is
little
Larry
house.
with us?
Who?
Larry?
No, he's
Is he
not with the
guarding
group
the
right
house?
now. He's Oh, did you leave him to guard the house? I thought he was working for the town guard.
I mean, God, I don't remember what we did with
I'm
him,
gonna
but
say
all I
he's
know is that
working in the town guard. He's like a contact you have, but he's not just standing outside your house guarding it.
he's the
I mean,
only one
your
who
house
guards
has
the
like
house.
doors and locks.
Yeah.
Nathaniel says that is a good point. I don't know if we should leave anything too valuable within our premises unless we figure out a way to hide it well.
Max just picks a random corner and just dumps 1,000 gold into it.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog. Just it's coins. All right.
Fuck, I'm thinking what to do. Because I am over carrying capacity. Could I have it changed into platinum coins? Is that a thing in this town?
So
Because that would
not
be a lot less.
not many people trade in platinum. Give me if you want, you can go to the marketplace and ask around. It would be basically like a persuasion attempt.
Sure.
I'm not going to make you do a week for that. Sure, you spend a few hours there asking around. You do encounter a merchant who is trading in platinum. He says, "I do have some coin. I could trade for gold. What is it? 10 gold per platinum."
Yeah.
So he has 300 platinum up to that he can trade you for gold, so 3,000 gold.
Sure.
Okay, so you make the trade, cutting down on the weight of your coin quite a bit.
And I am no longer encumbered.
Okay. And yeah, you all can feel free to leave things at the house. I think you can
Max-
carry up to 5 times your strength, right?
I think so.
Before your-
Strength modifier, I think.
No, I think it's 5
Right.
times your strength score.
Is it score?
Yeah. And
Oh,
if you,
yeah, no, that would make sense.
if you go over, you are 10 feet slower. If you go over, I think if you can go up to 10 times your score and then you're 10 feet slower. After 10 times your score, you get a bunch of bad stuff. Like you have disadvantage, you have,
Jeez.
yeah, it's, here, let me see if I can find that. But yeah, if you want no penalty, you have to be up to 5 times your strength score in weight. All right. So yeah, is that the plan? Are we gonna go examine the place where Max came from?
Yep.
I am still.
wait,
where is this
Harness.
compendium? Yeah.
All right, top right. It's the 4th tab, the one that looks like an eye with a circle.
Okay.
And you can search in there for Cloak of Protection, and then you can drag it to your character sheet, and it will add it automatically and give you the +1 AC as well.
So just drag it right to the character sheet tab.
Yes. However, you can't have the character sheet as a pop-out. It has to be within the Roll20 browser. You know, when you first open it?
Okay,
that
sort
makes
of.
No, that makes sense. That'll make sense to me.
So go on out here. Find Narnis, pop him open. Oh, mine automatically opens in another window. How do I stop it from doing that?
Wait, what are you trying to do exactly?
Move the cloak of protection onto my character.
Oh, I mean,
Is it a window inside Roll20, or is it a separate internet
Separate.
browser window?
Separate tab altogether.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Well, let me dump him and see what happens if I go all the way back to start.
Yeah, so what you should be able to do is just open like a Roll20 tab with your character sheet and then drag it from the compendium onto your sheet. And that'll just add it. But that won't work if it's opened in a separate window. It has to be in the Roll20 web app.
Yeah, and simply dump Roll20 and start up again and not let it pop over. Let's see what happens. Gucci gang. Launch.
So while he's doing that real quick, is there anything else the group wants to do before they head out to this place?
Well, are we waiting the 24 hours for that shield? Or are we just going?
Oh, okay, so we're waiting another day.
I don't know, I'm asking the group.
I have to finish a long rest before I can change infusions.
Oh, so it'd be 2 days.
Well, no, it would have to be.
It'd be tomorrow.
Well, for me, it only actually takes 4 hours. My long rests are 4 hours.
But you can only benefit from a long rest once every 24 hours. And I
Right.
think everyone is at 7 a.m. right now, is when they benefit from a long rest.
Oh, okay. Could this be something that happened like in between our week of downtime? Is it something I could have had done already?
Did you?
Because all it is
Mind waiting until afterwards. once. It's okay.
Yeah, because I can only change my infusions after a long rest. And
Otter,
if it happened within the week, at some point.
give me or odd or even. I'll just roll for it real quick. Let's see if it.
Odd.
Always odd. Good boy.
Always odd.
Yeah, we'll say it happened during the week, so we'll say you have it
Okay.
already. Maybe
Okay.
at some point Lazarus was like, "Man, I gotta get that shield next week," and Max was like, "Oh," and then you had that conversation.
I hand your shield back to you, and it's got like these weird metal bits that kind of comes across as an X on the front of the shield, and it's got almost like a glowy bit in the middle that's kind of like a spring with force behind it.
Well, I would have asked you not to fuck around too much with the face of the shield because it has my holy symbol on it.
No. Okay.
Then,
Probably
around the holy symbol.
He probably
Yeah,
could have done it
I
around the holy
can
symbol.
I can emphasize the holy symbol, so it's all around it. There you go. I can do that.
So how do I add this? Right.
I think there should be. Is there not a shield of repulsion in the?
It's not technically an actual item. It's an ability that comes up under the artificer class. So
It shows up as other options and features.
yeah.
Let me see if I can add it and if it does anything.
I think that's just going to add the power to your sheet. I would say just add like a. Just keep your shield the way it is, and just like maybe mark in the description that you have a temporary, thing on it.
Yeah, on the shield's name, put infusion too, so we don't forget that's an infusion.
Yeah, and then you can just manually adjust the sheet if he takes it off later.
Because that's what I have. I have a couple too, and I just put in parentheses infusion next to the name.
Yeah, one thing that's helpful that I really wish Roll20 did, if you want to just put in your notes like a breakdown of what's giving you AC, just so you have a list in case later I'm like, why is your AC so high? You could be like this. I'm like, oh, okay, just to make sure we're doing it right. So that's one thing some people do.
Well, what I have is my global AC modifier. So I added there the repulsion shield, which gives me a +1 AC, and my fighting stance, which is defense, which is another +1.
Yeah.
And then I have my temporary ones, shield of faith, haste, stuff like that.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is just in notes, like make a list of all your armor class modifiers, the permanent ones, just so you know like why your AC is what it is.
I mean, I only have 3.
Yeah. Is it just 3? Is it just the armor, the shield, and what's the third one?
Fighting stance, defense, or fighting style. Sorry.
Okay. So I mean, as
Yeah,
long
that's
as you know all those, and I can quickly calculate that, that's fine.
Yep.
All right. So the group is ready.
I have no dice, dudes. It just keeps popping open in a new window. I have no idea how to.
Do you
Put it
have
on my
it
sheet.
set up like that in your options or something?
Possibly. I don't know a lot about Roll20.
I mean, you could do it, Raven, or if you want to give me access to a sheet, I can do it for him.
Well, I can just do it. I'm just curious. Is that like an option you have set up, or?
Oh yeah, character hold
We
on, pop out
always-
windows. Let me get rid of that. Let me unclick that.
Yeah, that'll
There we
fix
go.
it then. Because I didn't even know if that was an option.
Click on there. This might do it.
What about you, Resin? Anything else before the group's leaving?
No, I went searching for that shield and then it's kind of tagging along.
All right, so the town has definitely been bustling. There's been even another caravan that came in from a nearby community.
No dice.
Still?
Yeah,
All right,
nothing.
all right, I'll just add it to you then. I don't know what's going on. This is the Cloak of Protection. Alright, it's added. Did it automatically adjust your AC? Looks like it might have.
Open it up. It did.
Okay, good. Alright, so you are getting your things together as you make your way out of town. It is currently the 75th of winter, 9 a.m. Everyone's all rested up as you make your way into the darkness. Do you have any light sources as you travel through the caves?
If Deska lights me up, as she usually does, then yes.
Sure, we can
But I
say
don't know if
she
she's
is.
with us.
I'll say she is. Is she
I
watching?
thought she was
right?
gardening.
I do have one of my infusions set for goggles of night, so I have dark vision.
Okay. Oh, and another thing. Are you taking the machine?
Oh,
Nathaniel,
should we?
I'll say Nathaniel has brought it into the town, so it's near the house, although the people have asked you not to actually use it in town. Like, not to dig with it.
I would recommend we take the machine just in case there's a lot of stuff to carry. It's easier to bring it back.
Nathaniel,
As soon as Max sees the machine, he's already on it.
oh yeah, we should have even, he just runs up the ramp. Like, what is this? We'll say they were, like, hiding it in the back all week. He didn't see it before this. Like, oh my god.
I was
Under a
too
big
focused on
tarp.
not being a weirdo.
Yeah. This was behind the house for 2 weeks. How did I not notice this? All right. Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So,
Oh, Deska's not with us. She says she's gonna stay gardening.
oh.
So I would use the
So
torch
that's okay, but let her know if we're still in the dungeon next week. That means that she'll be not able to play. I don't know how long this is going
Oh.
to take.
then. Well, she's watching the stream, so what do you think, Deska?
I would
Says that's fine.
I would suggest that you go with them, just because this might. I don't know how long they're going to stay at this dungeon searching it.
And you've already had 2 weeks of downtime.
Yeah, and you will have
You've
2 weeks of
already done
downtime to
everything
spend,
for you.
so it's not like you just lost that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so put down your hoe.
Yeah.
Put
come
down
on.
your hoe.
Here you go. How about I use my last favor to ask somebody to watch the garden while we're gone?
No,
Ignore
because
the garden.
no,
Okay,
yeah.
Deska's coming.
that was just us appeasing her.
I
Max.
mean, you also do have some people, friends in town, like what's his face,
Weston!
Weston. Yeah, so Weston could. I am good with gardening. I could take care of it.
You could have Cav do it
Jessica?
too.
Jessica, you can do that next week. Chill. You'll have
Yeah,
to
and-
this time.
She is just like I'm playing Farm Simulator next week, guys. It's like what are my water levels? How's my garden look? She'll just roll dice for that all game. All right, so we're saying Deska's coming with you. Okay, good. Just in case. So you are fascinated by this machine, Max, I would assume. Inside, there are tons of buttons. There are like weird levers and stuff. You see Nathaniel with his goggles on. Looks like he's moving a lever, which makes the machine kind of float forward. It doesn't seem to have wheels. It just sort of hovers above the ground. Everyone is watching as the machine floats through the city into the surrounding caves, and I assume is going to dig into the ground. Tunneling much quicker than you would think possible for a machine like this.
He would go through every square inch of the machine as he can and focus his ghost eye with identify to get as much information as he can off of it.
All right, give me an Arcana check, and being an artificer, I'll give you advantage on this because you are more specialized in this type of magic. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, thank God.
So you start to kind of understand what Nathaniel's doing. There are two levers that seem to adjust the facing of the ship and kind of determine the direction it moves in. And there's a button he uses to... It doesn't actually have drills on it. It almost seems like as it moves, it molds the stone and earth around it, as a spell might do. So it's kind of creating a cave almost as it goes, though. You would also notice strange, like, red flashing parts on the illusion it's creating of the area around you that it looks like Nathaniel's avoiding. As he kind of like drives the ship through the like green areas of the cave. Like, does that make sense? Like the heads-up display kind of shows the surrounding caves, and it's like some are marked red, some are marked green.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
You're not sure why they're marked that way. Actually, give me another. Well, what'd you get? 22.
Yeah.
You would guess that has to do with like the safety of the tunnels collapsing, and maybe certain areas are unsafe to dig through. That would be your guess.
He is absolutely infatuated.
What is this thing? So you are kind of directing them as you remember the caves, and being able to see them from this 3D image is kind of neat. So you're kind of directing them which ways to go. And after a couple of hours of digging, I'll say it's about afternoon, so we'll say 3 hours, you reach an area that looks like the outside of this facility. Daniel says,
would I be able to? I would be able to point it out, right, and see if I recognize it.
Yeah. So this is the entrance. You remember this place.
Okay.
There is a stairwell going down from the cave into this place. Nathaniel says, well, I guess we're here. If it's the same with all of you, I'm going to stay out here with the machine and keep an eye on it, just in case.
I suppose.
Isn't that weird? Aren't you like really interested in the lab?
I'm just worried about leaving it unattended.
Can't you lock the door?
Sort of. That doesn't prevent people from breaking it.
Could I ask, was there a specific reason why I didn't go down that other hallway by any chance, or is it just I just didn't?
You felt like you wanted to get out of there because you were. At least my thinking was like you were unsure what was in the place. No
strange sounds or anything, or.
Maybe okay. So maybe you did hear some strange noises that you weren't sure what they were.
Okay.
And you weren't completely comfortable exploring by yourself. You kind of wanted to get back to someplace safe because you didn't know what was going on or why you couldn't remember anything.
Okay. Well, I will relay most of that. I will say there are strange sounds, so maybe watching the machine could be a good idea.
He says, once you verify that the area is secure, I will come down in to take a look. And it seems like Max is pretty well versed in many of the things that I do. So he should be at least a competent stand-in. I mean, no one is as good as me, but he will do well enough. He pats Max on the shoulder.
I can be helpful, sure. Maybe a little.
The entire group goes, who are you?
Who is this guy?
Oh, boys, let's do it.
Gucci gang, let's go.
All right, give me one moment. I'm going to mark the cave on your map.
Let's get Deska killed, boys. What?
It's not very nice. All right.
Do it, I dare you. Yeah.
Oh, is Deska responding?
Yeah.
And you wonder why I wanted this fit. Yeah, so forced overtime was bullshit. Now we're on to her.
All right.
The boss made me do it.
So you make your way out of the ship, and the stairway opens up in front of you, going down the stairs. You would enter into a new area. I'll drag your figures on. Just give me a moment. So as you get towards the bottom of the stairs, a dark hallway.
I cannot see anything.
Oh yeah, I'm still dragging you on. Give me a moment.
Oh, okay.
Resin. And Max. Can you see now?
I can see a small stretch. I do have my goggles of night, so I don't know if that's supposed to adjust anything. It won't probably recognize on my character sheet because it's an infu. Oh no, I have the item. Never mind.
I think I gave your token dark vision 60 feet, so you should kind of see down the hall a bit.
Okay, yep, I got it.
So the area where you came out of is right here, the first door. That's where you woke up.
All right.
I should also be lit up, I believe, because.
Oh, yeah, if you got light spell, here. Torch.
Yeah.
And mark yourself as having a light spell on you.
Yeah, I have to find it. I also don't know which one it is.
Does anyone have a passive perception of 16 or over?
I do.
So, Arnis, faintly in the distance, you hear something that sounds almost like you wouldn't know what it is, but it sounds like a tank tread.
So I hear grinding.
Yeah, kind of like grinding noise. Also, why'd you put 2 lights on yourselves, Laz?
It
Extra bright.
automatically did that. I only put 1 in. It put 2.
Why did it put 2?
I have no idea.
Weird.
I'm going to step outside the light and listen a little more intently.
Okay. So you step down the hallway a bit. The sound is getting louder. You think it's coming from up here somewhere, way far to the north down the hallway. It's in the darkness, though, so whatever it is, you can't see it yet.
All right.
This place smells of thick mildew. Like there's a lot of water damage, by the way.
Hey, Les, slow down.
Smells like home.
There's
Smells
a
like
there's,
home.
there's a grinding and like gear sort of noise coming from
Yeah.
up ahead.
Oh, and
That's why
there's a
I
door
didn't-
here.
Yeah, that's the door. I'll point it out. That's the door I woke up in. I'm
My-
pretty sure I cleaned it out.
My
I didn't
screen
go-
was black. Oh, there it is. Nope, it's fine now.
I'm gonna open the door.
Alright, so Lazarus would step up to the door and push it inward.
Are those 2 doors to the west?
Yeah, there's a double door to the northeast of you.
Northeast, yeah. Okay.
So it looks
West.
like this room is partially caved in. It may have been a library at some point, but it's kind of rotted out now. If there were books on the shelves, there's nothing left. You would see a table to the northwest with a bunch of straps on it that looks like the straps were opened. A bunch of cloth laying on the floor, and probably... Yeah, that's probably it for now. What's your passive perception?
10.
Yeah. Another table here, and just, yeah, bookshelves that are empty.
I have a 19.
So you would note what looks like an empty glass vial kind of hidden in the corner underneath the table.
I'll go pick it up.
There's some strange markings on it. Do you speak Celestial?
Where did my character sheet go? Nope.
Okay, so you don't recognize the markings.
What's can I tell like what was in the vial?
So it's completely empty now. How would you tell that?
I don't know, sniff it.
So sniffing this, it has a very strong alcoholic smell to it, almost like rubbing alcohol. Like ugh. But
I'll
you're not sure what exactly it was, at least not just by looking at the vial.
I'll hand the vial to Jessica. And just go, you probably can use this.
She says, "Well, I think we should give it to Max. This might have something to do with why he was here."
Oh,
She says, "Does this look familiar to you?" And
The
Max,
vial?
yeah, I'm assuming you don't have a 16 passive perception, do you?
No.
So you're
It's
kind of
10.
like, how did I miss that? As she hands you a vial that was under the table you woke up on.
Hmm. There isn't any residue left in there, is there?
No. Do you have alchemy?
I am proficient in alchemy, yes.
Give me a alchemy check.
Okay. Was that intelligence based?
Yeah, that'd be intelligence.
Intelligence plus proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just make it. Let's make it Arcana. Or yeah, I'll just make it Arcana.
All right. You sniff it, but you don't recognize the substance, the smell of what was in here. Like,
Yeah, I have no idea. Smells like it wouldn't taste very good. How about that?
Deska says
Oh.
this place is strange. You would notice also that the ceiling, the parts that haven't collapsed, there are places where it's dripping down, making the floor kind of all wet and gross, which is probably where the smell is coming from.
Mm. But yeah, this is where I woke up. Welcome to my home.
All right.
Arnis,
shall
as
we
this
move on?
is happening, you hear the sounds of those treads getting closer.
Guys, the noises are getting closer.
Uh-oh.
All right.
That's
So
a
why
stretch
don't-
for
Try
me.
out this new armor and shield.
Does it sound mechanical at all? I mean, Lou, anything like our vehicle?
It does, though to you, without Arcana, you probably wouldn't recognize it. Now at this point, Max, you're starting to hear it as well. You do think it's something mechanical.
Okay. Would I recognize anything more about it, or just that it might be mechanical?
Give me a passive perception check. Or, sorry, an active perception.
Perception. Oops, sorry, hold on. 10.
It's hard to make out details. It could be a couple of different things. And as you are doing that, a thing comes out of the darkness to the north. Except it is not one thing, it is actually two things. You can see 60 feet. Let me see. Can you see that? Yeah.
I can't see it.
I can't see anything though.
So it would be hard to see from where you are. You can definitely hear it. It's still kind of in the darkness. With your dark vision, you can make out something up ahead. Give
Oh,
me
no, I can't.
initiative rolls. And I'll show
no.
you what it looks like in a moment here.
Oh, baby.
Max will scream and jump into Deska's arms like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Ah! What
Why
the?
Deska?
He was there, I guess.
1000% dropping you. Just letting you know.
I will accept that.
It's
Alright.
mainly because you're not a chick.
So this is what it looks like.
You don't have enough angst.
So it
Oh,
looks
no.
like a small metallic thing with a bunch of crossbow bolts sticking out of its mouth. So the
Awesome.
first person to act as these things come into view is
Could be Arnis.
yeah, it's going to be Arnis. So yeah, these things are coming down the hallways or the hallway on treads. They stop, and you hear almost like a sound as if like a fuse has been lit.
Okay. That's not good. So 5, 10. Is this door locked?
You try to open the door with your item interaction. It is locked.
Ah, damn it. 15. Guys, it sounds like there's a fuse lit or a timer or something like that, like a hissing. I'm thinking we probably shouldn't be all standing in a straight line in front of this thing.
All right, 6 seconds of speech. Anything
And
else?
now I take the dodge action.
All right, so you get ready, and that ends your turn, right?
Yes.
All right. So
I'm assuming that's a wall right in front of me, right to the north.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
corner.
Alcove. Okay, yep, perfect.
All right, so the creature or thing goes down the hallway. It fires a bolt down at the group. Blunk. And oh, is it whispering again? Hang on. Pause for suspense. And donk. So there is an explosion as the bolt kind of hits this point. I need a dex save from everyone.
Oh no.
Like, what the?
Everybody has a +4.
Nice.
DC is 15.
Damn.
Okay. So if you made it, you take 8. If you failed it, you take 17 fire damage. So you're a little. Oh, and you
made
do
it.
have
I made it.
advantage, Arnis, because you were dodging.
Oh, okay. Well, I made it no matter what.
It's not a D4. It's a +4 straight.
Oh, I made it no matter what. Okay.
Lazarus, what do you want to do?
Let's start with some nice stuff. What did we decide haste was?
It should
it's
be
the
marked
red
on the
dot.
list.
The red dot.
Yeah, I still have to give it an actual.
So now I'm hasting. AC of 24, baby. I'm just gonna go up here.
All right. So actually, hang on. Before you get there, as you run down this past the side hallway, you would see 2 metallic statues. As you run past, they would see you and come to life. You can keep running, but you would notice those now.
Alright, that's fine. I'm still gonna go up here.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Everything's fine. All right, so you rush
One
up
on the
there.
Right.
So you take your weapon swinging at the right one. 14 would hit, but not enough to get through its armor. So there's like a loud clang as you bring your sword down on it, and it doesn't seem too damaged.
Okay. Do I still roll damage or no?
No, you didn't roll high enough. Sorry. It technically is a
Okay.
miss because it didn't penetrate the AC. Go ahead and make a second attack, right?
I don't get a second because my action was haste, and that's
Oh,
just
right,
the
you
extra action
hasted.
that I get from haste.
Okay, got it. The bolter goes. there is another hissing sound as a fuse is lit, and then it goes dunk, firing another arrow down this way. So I need 3 dex saves. And your
This time you don't
your
have
saving
those.
throw bonus left. Arnish, you are still dodging,
No.
so you are at advantage. 21 would make
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Resin, unfortunately, you fail it, so you take 22. So Arnish, you don't have evasion, do you? Not yet.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
you just do like a pirouette around the fire. Max, you would take 11 from the burning.
It's probably an advantage anyway, right?
Resin's like, God damn it. All right. That is it for the Oaken Bolter number 2. Resin.
I don't like this.
You're like, ugh. You're like all scorched. God damn it.
Go in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast. Oh, I bought bonus actions. We'll do Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright, so you channel healing energy as several of your burns feel much better. You gain 12 HP.
That'll be it for right now.
Alright, you hear a clanking noise as a new creature comes into view of the group. And it looks like this.
Oh
It
my
looks
goodness.
like a set of plate armor, but there's no one inside it, which is very peculiar. So it comes around the corner, it kind of sees everyone, and it is going to move up on Lazarus, attacking you with the flank. Luckily, you are pretty well armored. So it stabs at you with its long sword. Oh, and by the way, it has a long sword and a shield, so I'll mark that. First attack. Oh, 24.
Oh, that hits. Right, fine.
Just barely. So you are struck for 5 slashing. As he kind of pokes a little bit into your armor, giving you a little bit of a jab. Then he stabs around a second, or swings around a second time. But no, you turn and block that attack. Maximilian.
And I also made the saving throw for my.
Oh, right, because you're, yeah, so you did a con save and you are okay.
Is Arnis up here next to that door that was locked?
Yes.
Okay. For my bonus action, I would like to activate my protector cannon and drop it right next to me.
Alright, so the protective cannon is down. When does that pulse?
Once a turn on every one of my bonus actions, so I can activate it now if I wanted to.
Is this the tiny one in your hand, or did you make the actual, like, turret?
I made the actual turret that can walk on its own.
Okay. I need to find you, do you have a picture for your turret by chance?
I do not.
Okay, I'll just give you something basic for now.
That'll be
So if you go in game resources, there's something called spell effects, and you could drag out a 5-foot cube. So I'll just pull one out for you now. But for next time, you
Okay.
should be able to grab that.
I want to place it right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use it to emit a pulse that everybody within 15 feet of it can get temporary hit points. It's a D8 plus my intelligence modifier, I believe.
Okay. So that would be all three of you,
Pop
right?
it up here. Be me, Resin. I think just me and Resin, actually. I think Arnis is out of range for 15 feet.
Oh yeah, he's just out of range. Okay. So there is a pulse as magical energy surrounds you two, and we usually use the red bubble for temp HP. So how
Okay.
much do you give him, or everyone?
I got to roll a D8.
Okay. Oh, good
I
roll.
rolled an 8, so plus my intelligence modifier, which is 4, so 12 temporary hit points.
Alright, so
Sweet.
Resin and Max, you have 12 temp. So that was your bonus action, right?
Yes, that is my bonus action. And then I would like to 5, 10, 15 up here. So this locked door, I'd like to use my action to use my Thieves' Tools to unlock it.
Alright, give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Which is Dex and Proficiency, so I'll just use Sleight of Hand. 20.
Alright. I think if you do click on the Thieves' Tools, it should let you roll it, right?
Does it? Oh, let me see.
Yeah, it'll ask you what ability modifier you want to use, and you can just select
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay,
it. Yeah.
you're correct.
But we can use the 20. So there is a click as you unlock the door with your action.
Would I get to open it at the same time, or does it just unlocked?
You can open it as an item interaction if you want.
Yeah, I'll just bust it open.
Okay, so the two doors swing inward, making some noise. As a new area opens up.
And I'll yell, "In here!"
Unfortunately, you do see in the darkness something stirring over here.
Yeah, never mind.
And that's it for you?
Yeah, that's all. 15. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any farther.
Okay. So this thing actually goes. So it sees the door open and starts moving towards you. Clang, 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 clang. It is going to swing at Arnis, who luckily is dodging. Wait, how smart are these? Oh, they're not too dumb. It's going to go for Arnis anyway. So it does a multi-attack. Ooh, 25 becomes a 24. I think that still gets you.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, so Arnis, you are cut for 5 slashing. It will then swing a second time. 13.
No.
Alright, so you dance out of the way.
So is this another one of those big mechanical beasts?
It looks like a set of armor
Okay.
that is not inhabited, so it looks similar. It probably is the
Gotcha.
same type of thing. So this one comes down the hall and is going to go up towards Laz as well. Doing its multi-attack. But you manage to fight it off. No hits. Arnis, top of the round.
Well, I guess I have to punch this guy in the face a couple of times.
Bonk, bonk. So just a quick description of the room. It looks like there are a couple of bookcases in here. You would notice a couple of strange-looking cobra statues to the north and south. And there are actually a couple of books on this bookshelf that are not completely destroyed, strangely enough.
Okay.
Alright, so 21 would strike. And your fist count is magical, right?
Oh, they do. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked Unarmed Monk instead of Radiant, so I need to add the D4 to that.
Okay, I think they do anyway from you being a monk, but
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, so there's a
D4 for the
loud,
Radiant Wraps, so 12.
there's a loud clanging noise as you punch this thing, and there's a little flash of radiant energy. And you make a little dent in it. 17 would miss it. And you punch it again,
Jesus.
but do no damage.
All right, we're going to spend a key point for Fury of Blows.
Hada, hada. Yeah, 25 strikes with your third punch. Clang for
16.
16. Clang, nope, does not do any damage. Anything else?
Is it dim light right now?
Yes, it's dim light all around. The light source, well, who has light sources? Just you, right? Or just Lazarus?
Yep. Just me.
So I could. I get a step out of here. I hate to do this, Max, to you, but Poof! I'm going to teleport over there.
Okay, so you poof across the room.
Poof! Get behind it, and that's it. Yep. That's my turn.
The bolter goes, rolling a d6 for some reason. Okay. It is going to pop a harpoon out of its mouth and swing at Lazarus as it kind of moves its head sideways, slashing at you. Oh, 27 will get you, doing 11 piercing. Second attack. Oh, wait, is there a second attack? Yeah, I can do a second lancing one. 18, 20 would miss you. Alright, that's it for that one. Lazarus. You got a bunch of robot things around you.
Yeah, everybody left me alone, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, because we're not down here doing anything.
My cannon's right there with you.
Let's go for this one again.
Well,
I'm
your
actually
cannon's
gonna
down
use-
the hall. It's not near Lazarus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Resin, that's right.
Alright,
Solemnity on this guy.
alright, on the bolter that stabbed you. Okay.
Yep.
He is your fabled enemy. Bolter, you shall pay. 21 will strike it.
God.
Ha!
Divine Smite level 2.
Alright, so there is an explosion of radiant energy as your hit connects, doing 25 damage. As the bolter is...
Wait, the +8 for the higher level caster.
Oh, plus another 8. That would wound the creature as several of its plates bend and wood pieces crack. But it is still up.
25.
Yeah, 25 will hit with the second attack. Haha!
One thing.
Die, robot thing. Another level 2 smite. 19, 28 will destroy it. So you see two large flashes of light as the Lazarus just goes to town on this thing.
Go for this one.
Okay. Third attack? Oh yeah, hasted.
Ugh.
No, it will dodge. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, so this oaken bolter is going to go and move over here to surround you as well and do some multi-attacking. Oh, that is a crit. So you take 29
Oh my
damage as he is avenging his fallen ally, apparently. And
Here
you're
comes
starting...
a Constitution saving throw. I don't know if I'm gonna make it though.
Need a 14. Oh, so your haste goes away. And the creature will attack a second time. And there's a natural one. Alright, so it stumbles a bit and completely misses. Resin.
Alright, I will. 5, 10, 15. Does it take double move to move through the turret thing?
It is solid, so probably.
It is small, though. Does that matter? Its size class is small.
So I think you still have to slow down when moving through small creature spaces.
Okay.
Because you have to move around it, so you can't just like dash right through it.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to cast Bane.
Okay. Bane.
The 3 suits of armor I see.
I don't know if they're all in range. It's 30 feet. Yeah, I think you are just out of range of 2 of them.
Oh, son of a... Alright, that's fine. We're going to focus on this one then. Because
Okay.
that's as close as I can get.
So you bane this one, channeling negative energies as you begin concentrating, and the creature is affected by Bane, which I don't think I have a mark for, so I'll just use that. Oh, wait,
And
it's a charisma save, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Charisma save. Seems to be somewhat innately resistant to magic. 17?
I think that matches.
Alright, so...
Oh, nope. I'm an 18.
Oh, so it would fail, affected by the Bane spell. Mark yourself as concentrating. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm trying to. And then I'm gonna do healing word on Max.
Alright. Max. You gain 8 as resin channels healing energies through you.
Awesome.
That is it for resin, I believe, right?
Correct.
Alright, so the Helm Horror will continue to fight with Lazarus. Ooh, 26. You're getting some really good rolls up here. 8 slashing Lazarus. But a 17 will miss you. So he gets you from behind, but did someone die?
Nope. I hit wrong button. My bad.
Maximilian has a stroke. What the?
Never opening a door again.
It's like a fainting goat. Just falls over. Can't take the stress. Maximilian, what are you going to do?
Matt. Good question. Let's see. I use a bonus action to have my cannon move up 15 feet.
Oh,
10, 15.
this is the concentrating resin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so your cannon floats up the... Or does it have, like, legs? How does it move?
It's got little mechanical spider legs that come out and it's just skittering across the ground.
So it skitters over here.
And then I'm going to... Ooh. That's a good question. Let's do... I'm going to face this armor thing in front of me and do... Thunder Wave at 3rd level on it.
Alright, go ahead and link the spell. Alright, so a massive boom echoes through the hallways as you do a thunder wave, an explosion of sonic energy. It has to make a dex save, yes?
Yes, a dex save versus 16.
It's a con save.
Oh, is it con?
Oh, it is
Oh,
con,
yeah,
my bad,
right.
yes.
It
Con
is.
save versus 16.
You are.
Even better.
I have to make it.
No, I think he bursts it in front of him, right?
It's in a 15-foot cube in front of me.
Yeah, so he kind of, it explodes in front of him. It would fail, even with resist. So it takes...
So that would be 4d8. Force damage.
Thunder damage. Okay.
Thunder, yeah, thunder.
Thunder. What are this thing's immunities anyway?
26 thunder, and since it failed, I believe it is pushed away 10 feet.
It's a good thing it wasn't force damage. Alright, so there's a loud boom as he goes flying. You said 15 feet? Or 10 feet?
10 feet. It pushes 10 feet away from me.
Takes 26 damage, and the creature looks extremely wounded as it kind of sputters a bit, and several pieces of its armor just go flying off of it, but it is still up.
And then I'm going to, now that I'm free of that, I'm going to move over here so I can get an eye over there.
Alright, you see Lazarus trying to take on these 3 constructs and having probably, you look wounded, right? Oh no, you're near death. Okay, Lazarus is looking very wounded.
I just shout out, "I'm coming, Lazzy!"
Oh no.
All right, so that's it for Max. This thing did not like that thunder one bit. It says no to that, and it's going to walk over this way. Caster, destroy. But it makes terrible attack rolls as it just swings wildly, and you're like, dodging back and forth. That is it for that creature. This one, hearing the boom, is going to come down this way, giving Laz an opportunity attack. If you want to spend your reaction.
No.
Like
Would
how-
I be able to do an opportunity attack? Because I don't think I can.
Oh, do you not have a weapon out? Why couldn't you?
On the spell, the target can't move or take actions until the.
Oh,
after its
because you
next turn.
just lost haste. Yeah, you're right. All right. So yeah, no, you're really tired from that haste spell. Good call. So he's going to come down this way and come at you, Max. Well, apparently, 15.
Yeah, 15 would hit.
Alright, so he gets you with one of the swings, dealing 11 slashing, which luckily your shielding took most of.
All
Or
right.
took all of it, actually.
Almost all. We had 12.
Oh, I meant it took all the damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for that one. Arnis.
I'm going to attack the guy behind Maximilian.
Ha! You come rushing at him. So distracted by Max, you come in with, I don't know, some kind of flying judo kick. Oh, yeah. Whack!
So 8, 10, and 20.
Alright, so yeah, you just wham right into the middle of his back with like a flying kick. And armor just goes flying everywhere. Clang, clang. He is very dead.
All right, so we'll step here. There's something right there
10.
to my.
Yeah, so there's a guy
Alright.
here. If you attack him from here, he would have some cover from the wall here.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. What is this blocked right here that's flashing?
That's the turret.
There's Maximilian's weird spider-looking turret creation. There's a bunch of armor that's difficult terrain that you had to step around.
So that's
the floor.
10. So 5, 10, 15, 25. If I move through Maximilian, that's another 10, right?
Yeah, that would be 35 feet, and then here like would be
35.
40.
40, yeah, that's nothing. All right, I'm there. I'm going to attack.
All right, hop, hop. So you quickly move through your allies to get to the side of this guy. Clang, nope, does not hit.
Oh, I don't get a flank attack for that?
No, you'd have to be up here.
All right, we're going to burn a key point, and we're going to take 2 more shots at him.
Okay. Nope, clang, clang, those both miss. Oh, wait. Or wait. The 20 would strike. All right, so your last strike just manages to hit him.
Oh, Jesus, get a 20. For 10 points. Dong.
Yeah, rattle him a bit. He turns towards you.
And it's still dim light, right?
Yes.
Whoop. Good.
You're like,
I'm
uh-oh,
done.
as he looks at you, just poof away. All right.
Yep.
The bolter goes, but he is dead. Lazarus,
I can't do nothing.
you are very tired, losing your turn. The other bolter goes. It's going to attack you. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not going to attack you. Let me check something. Yeah, you hear another hissing noise as it fires another bolt down the hallway. Boink, past you.
Oh, no.
Oh, God! as another one of these comes in. So I need deck saves from Max, Resin, Arnis, and the suit of armor here.
My cannon would have to do it also.
Oh yes, and the cannon. But your cannon probably does have 12 temp, right? Because it pulsed itself.
It would.
Yeah, because I believe it does also shield itself. If I remember my cannons correctly. So that's either 8 or 16, depending on what you rolled. Fire damage.
0.
You do another pirouette. Ha! Just jump around the flame somehow.
Yeah, I tuck around the wall just sometimes.
You use resin as a
The
cover.
armor does not make it, so it takes 16 fire. Alright, that's it for the oak and bolter. Resin.
Good lord. I don't like this.
Stupid bolters.
We're gonna do mass healing word.
Alright, so you spend a spell, or what level spell?
So,
Third?
yeah, third level. So everyone gets 7 back that I can see.
Which I believe is everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Laz is also within 60 feet.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, within range 60. So, alright, so a bunch of healing energies fly through the air, giving you all 7 hit points.
And I'm gonna move in here because I don't like being shot at.
Okay.
And I'm no longer concentrating.
Oh, the Bane, yeah.
The guy is gone. So that'll be it for me.
Alright, so the Helm Tar here is going to go for Laz. 21 would miss you.
Yep.
Oh, and a crits, man. That 12 points of damage. Luckily not too bad. As he manages to get past your armor. That is it for him. Maximilian.
It's me. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use my bonus action to have the cannon pulse some more temporary hit points.
Wow. So you and Resin, I believe.
Me resonant itself, so it'll
Oh yeah,
be
that's all.
10 now.
So you both, all 3 of you get 10 temp HP, which would
Yes,
either.
it doesn't stack though; they replace, I believe.
Yes, it doesn't. It overrides. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't stack.
Yes.
So if you have less than 10, now you have 10.
Yes. And then it's gonna move 15 feet up closer again. And then what I'm gonna do?
This guy is going to take an oppie on it.
Ooh, okay.
He's like, what is
It
this
has an
thing?
AC of 18.
So he spends his reaction to swing. No, it just kind of smacks the side of it, but doesn't do any damage. It's too thick. So what are you doing?
And I'm gonna run 30 up here.
Oh, stole the oppie. All right.
And I can see the cannon that's still alive up in front of him. I'm
yeah.
gonna pull out my revolver, arcane firearm, and pop a firebolt at it.
So if you do, this thing is giving you disadvantage because it's a melee threaten. Unless you want to stop like back here.
Yeah, I'll stop closer to the cannon, I guess.
All
My
right.
cannon.
All right. So you take a shot at this thing, which has a medium cover right now, so a little bit higher of an AC. 'Cause it's got a few
Okay.
people in front.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, that
It's a 28 to hit.
definitely gets him.
So it takes 2d8 fire damage plus an extra 1d8 because it was from my arcane firearm.
Okay.
So it's
Nope, doesn't have any fire or resist. All right.
It's-
Yeah.
nope, that's it. 15 and 8. And it's both fire damage.
Oh,
You-
you have to click on fire bolt in the chat to do the damage. You just rolled an attack roll there.
Oh, I did. That's right. That's right.
So if you click on the fire bolt,
The firebolt name or the 2d10 fire.
the name within the chat, you should be able to mouse over it.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So it is burned for 21
21?
damage. It is pretty scorched. Still not looking wounded though, because it's the first hit it took.
And that's all I got.
All right. Quick check. Are we okay going through the round? Because I know it's past 2. Or should we stop here?
I am close to having to go.
All right. Well, there's 2 more turns, so I'll try to finish those quick. Well, this one's dead, so that's 1 turn. This one here, what's he gonna do? It's gonna come up this way. Go for the caster.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Crits on the second hit. Luckily, you do have that shielding. Oh, well, it's a terrible crit. So your shielding takes all of it.
Yes, it does.
That is it for him. Going into a new round, yeah, we should probably stop here. So why don't we do MVP votes and we can finish here.
How do you do MVP votes?
It is like that, minus the parentheses. You just put the name of whoever you think should be MVP for the session for whatever reason you want, and you can't vote for yourself.
Okay.
Does not have to be the best fighter, just whatever you think, like most entertaining, best fighter, whatever. So with 2 votes, Lazarus, you are MVP. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you bullied a merchant, you told off our allies, and you charged blindly down the hallway. It was perfectly you.
Listen, I'm just playing Lazarus. What can I say? Although at this point, I think all my characters are like that because my Friday character is.
Is this just how you play all your guys? Alright, well...
No, it's just what it's come down to. I think Deska influenced Lazarus too much.
Fair enough. Alright, well, welcome to the group, Max. Hope you had a
Thank
good
you.
time.
Thank you.
And,
I did. It was great.
yeah, we'll continue next week. So,
Awesome.
I'll be here taking some notes in case anyone needs to talk, but otherwise, you guys are free to go.
All right.
All
Take
right.
care.
See you guys.
Have a good week, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.
And Deska, if you're watching, you can message me with what your character did for the 2 weeks. What the hell? Is anyone still on stream? I don't know if anyone actually watches past the end of these. I don't know why my eye keeps twitching. It's driving me nuts. It's riveting battle music. I'm looking for a place to find more battle music I can use. Got a couple of nice spots, but also I need to use free stuff, or else the Twitch gods will come down and bonk me. Alright, let's take some more notes. What's next week? Next week is the 1st. Alright. Jeez, it's already October 1st. What the hell? Next scribe is Resin. Oh, that reminds me. I have to add in Max to the head of the turn order. Never find my calendar. Alright, so it's 75th of winter, 12 p.m. That's where we ended. Days. Alright, hope everyone watching enjoyed the stream. I'll see you around 5:30 for the Siege Breakers. Take care.